Sources say a lone gunman walked onto the campus at Stockton's Cleveland Elementary School and opened fire with a machine gun.
5 children shot dead and 30 injured in January 1989. At the time, it was one of the first mass school shootings in the US. The killer firing some 60 rounds from an AK-47 assault rifle he'd bought legally. But where recent similar mass shootings, increasingly involving legally obtained assault weapons, have failed to produce gun control reform, the Cleveland Elementary atrocity was different.
How long are we going to let this go on?
In 1994, newly elected President Bill Clinton succeeded in outlawing military-style assault rifles for 10 years. In hindsight, the 1994 assault weapons ban proved to be a watershed moment for the polarization of US politics. Some of Clinton's own pro-gun Democrats rebelled against him, so he had to secure Republican help to pass the legislation. But this act of bipartisanship cost some of those lawmakers their seats in the 94 midterm elections and set the stage for decades of inertia over gun control, as well as driving a wedge between Republicans and Democrats that's proving harder and harder to reconcile, especially when it comes to guns. The law expired in 2004 as those divisions between Democrats and Republicans descended into a clash of distinct cultures.
I hope the gun is not loaded.
I'm at my house. I can do whatever I want with my guns.
The Uvalde, Texas school shootings may be a turning point. Some Republicans in both the Senate and House of Representatives are open to an assault weapons ban they've typically opposed.
It's going to depend what it looks like, because there's a lot of nuances on what constitutes, certain things. But I'm getting to the point where I have to wonder, maybe somebody to own one, maybe you need an extra license, maybe you need extra training. And so the question is it a ban versus an additional certification?
But even those in favor of legislation are cautious over what it would achieve, especially if new legislation offers the kinds of loopholes the gun industry used to work around the 1994 law, so it could continue selling assault rifles and high-capacity magazines that hold more than 10 bullets.
The AR-15 that was used by this individual in Uvalde, there are now 20 million of those owned by Americans across the nation, just to put it in perspective.
Republicans for gun control will find little support in a party still effectively ruled by pro-gun former President Donald Trump, who's eyeing another run at the White House.
The existence of evil is one of the very best reasons to arm law-abiding citizens.
Some studies conducted during the 1994 ban's lifetime questioned its effectiveness for reducing gun homicides. But one recent study concluded that mass shooting fatalities were 70% less likely to occur during the ban, while another suggested a continuation of the ban would have prevented 30 public mass shootings that claimed 339 lives. Owen, Fairclough, CGTN, Washington.